back, y'all, with another live stream. I am back with another live stream. Hope y'all are doing well. Excuse the frizzies of my hair, y'all. It is what it is today. Y'all, we are in 80-degree weather. Today is November 19th, and we're in 80-degree weather. It was 78 degrees just now, is what I saw. Let me see. Right now it says 74. So it's just beautiful today, y'all. Early release date is over for the children. Oh yeah, let me give y'all the update. Okay? Let me give y'all the update on the child that I was telling y'all about on my live stream. So basically, it was time for me to pick them back up from music. So they actually ate lunch in the classroom today. So the music teacher took them to lunch and they ate lunch in the classroom. So he was in there. He came back and he went walking down the hall with the rest of us. So I thought that they had recess today for the last 30 minutes. So I was going to take them outside, but I told them before we go back, we're going to go to your classroom, put your lunch away, get your book bag, so that way when they call us for the bus, we already have our stuff. We don't have to come back in here. Well, the teacher walked in there and she was having them to put their laptops away. So we did that instead. So the same boy that was trying to be a little smart aleck with me, she said, what do you want me to do with him? She said, because he can come with me or he can stay in here. It's up to you. I said, he can go, right? Because I just was not in the mood. I'm still not in the mood, right? So he goes over to her class. Eventually, he makes his way back because he had to come get his stuff so he could leave for the day. So I asked him, I said, first of all, I told him, I said, your laptop is on the floor. And I was asking one of the people in the class, I said, why is his laptop on the floor? They were like, he's always like that. He's a mess. And she was like, his shoes are up there on top of the cabinets. I looked up there, I saw a pair of shoes sitting up there. I don't even know why he has shoes up there, y'all. So when he came in the classroom, I told him about picking up the laptop. He put it away. And then I told him to close the cabinets back. He closed the cabinets back. So I asked him, I said, what were you saying to me earlier? I said, before we left out of class earlier when I had to take them to music. And I said, and your teacher told you not to say that. I said, what were you trying to say to me? And then he acted like he couldn't remember. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. She told me don't say that, but I didn't say anything. So I was just making sure because I was going to let him know right there in his face on the spot. Had you said anything to me? Had you threatened me? Had you put a finger on me? I will call the police on you and get you and have you arrested, okay? I was just going to let him know point blank and period right there to his face. That's all. But anyway, moving along, y'all. I digress. So we're talking about the fact that ICE is here, y'all, and I'm still getting alerts about the fact that they hit up the Walmart. They hit up the Walmart, y'all. There are ICE agents at the Walmart, and they've been like pinging on like the little app and stuff, talking about tracking their locations. They said that drones have been flying overhead. Last night, I heard helicopters. They've been talking about helicopters flying overhead as well. So y'all, it's real out here in the field, okay? I don't know if y'all have had any encounters with ICE agents, Border Control, but it's going on and it's going down. And there were still some children that were missing today. So people are having their children to stay home. Yeah, they still talking about it. And then they said they're going to hit up Raleigh next. Raleigh is next. They are headed to Raleigh, North Carolina next. Raleigh's the capital of North Carolina, y'all. So it says expanded from Charlotte to Raleigh, North Carolina, sparking widespread protests. I saw protesters out in the street yesterday holding up signs talking about honk and this and that. I'm like, these ICE Border Control agents are not worried. I'm waiting for my lunch right now to get done, but this shop has been closed down for the last couple of days. So maybe they're illegal in here. I don't know, y'all. From my understanding, there are Middle Eastern people that work here, and some guy from like either Africa or Jamaica or somewhere like that. I didn't ask any questions, so I just was calling to see if they were open. He said they are open today and that they're backed up, and I guess they're open because Border Control is supposed to be going to Raleigh and leaving. Oh, my throat, y'all. It says Trump administration's immigration crackdown, citing heightened fear and racial profiling. On Tuesday, hundreds marched in Raleigh demanding an end to federal raids after reports of aggressive arrests and community disruption, y'all. Community disruption, they say. This is very
In
intriguing.
the area have orders to leave the United States.
Uh oh.
Ms. Hayes is following this story in Mills. What are we hearing about Operation Charlotte's Web? Good morning.
Okay,
Good
here it
morning. And
is.
Operation Charlotte's Web begins its fourth day, and Border Patrol Chief Gregory Bovino says people in Charlotte
Hola,
are
Juan.
glad his team is there despite the protests and some activist
Hola,
opposition.
senor.
Everybody wants criminals, specifically that are committing those heinous acts, to be off the streets and out of our community and not perpetrating crimes. But again, the reality of what we've actually seen with who's been targeted is much different from just those specific individuals. More than 200 people have been apprehended since the operation began, with agents making arrests at work sites, grocery store parking lots, and Home Depots. DHS says among those arrested, 44 had criminal records and 2 were known gang members. Protesters have been following agents' cars and trying to disrupt operations since Saturday. Some community activists say American citizens have been questioned and detained. North Carolina Governor Josh Stein says the operation stokes fear and divides the community, but is urging residents to remain peaceful and report anything that looks wrong to local law enforcement. Hannah. And next state for Border Patrol could be in Louisiana. This is moving pretty quickly. How
New
soon could we see
Orleans,
federal law
y'all.
enforcement in New Orleans? Right. Sources confirmed to News Nation that agents could be in New Orleans as early as this week. Border Patrol Chief Greg Bovino tells News Nation that his team is committed to going to whatever city necessary. Wherever we go, rest assured, beyond a shadow of a doubt, as sure as the sun rises, we're going to take as many bad people and bad things off the street as we can. We're going to make America a safer place, one arrest at a time. Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry requested the National Guard be deployed in New Orleans over a month ago, and while he could activate the Guard himself, he needs the Trump administration's approval to secure federal funding. Hannah. Thank you for watching.
Ooh,
Subscribe below and
y'all.
download our News
So they're
Nation.
just going from city to city, doing what they're doing, y'all, on this tirade. And from my understanding, they're pulling up in unmarked SUVs. From my understanding, here's the only thing about it. If you all right, so say you're walking down the street or you're coming out of the store, or you're somewhere, and these people just snatch you up. You don't know if you're being kidnapped or trafficked. So it can be a little intimidating, y'all, if somebody's just like, "Come with me." I don't know, forcefully telling you to come with them. There's a guy out here with a whistle, y'all, and he was on border patrol. So anything that he saw that looked suspicious, that looked like it could have been a border patrol agent, he would blow his whistle so that the other, I guess, immigrants and migrants would be on guard, and they could take, cover or run or flee for, their safety and freedom. Yeah, this is something that I don't know if we've ever seen before in the United States. It's a very intriguing and an interesting situation. I have spoken with several people that say they disagree with how the Trump administration is going about handling this. I'm trying to understand, are they also snatching up children? I thought I heard that they were snatching up children. Now, that is very detrimental if they are, because you know that there's such thing as child trafficking as well. So I don't think they should just come in and snatch up children without, having their parents detained first. Like, because those children would be traumatized if they did that. But y'all tell me, what are your thoughts on this whole thing? Have you had any incidents with border control? Have you been targeted, stopped? Have people asked for your identification? It's just a different world right now. And on top of all of this, we have the Trump Epstein files that they said have been released or supposed to be released. But upon the releasing of these files, they didn't find anything on Trump. So do y'all think that those files have been scrubbed? That's my thought on it. Those are my opinions. That those files may have been scrubbed, y'all. I gotta check to see if my order is ready. My throat is feeling itchy again. So it's probably time for me to take some more medicine, y'all. Should get an email. Hold on one sec. I have a while before my order's gonna be ready. He said they were backed up. Y'all, I wanna go to the park today. I just wanna spend some time in the freaking park. That's how I'm feeling. And I wanna get this itchiness out of my throat. I wanna get this raspiness out of my voice. And the more you spend time in sunlight, the more that you heal. I feel like I'm on the verge of sweating right now because I'm facing direct sunlight. And y'all probably hear the cars behind me and stuff. Maybe I need to let some of these windows down, y'all. Let me get some fresh air coming in here. That might help out some. I had the windows cracked, but hopefully that'll let some air flow in here. You said get a nice cool drink to sip. Stephenson, I think I need something hot for my throat. But I did have some cool ginger ale earlier, and that seemed like it was helping. But also, I have some Alka Seltzer Cold Plus, and that seems like it was helping. And then, I don't know, for some reason, like if I get some type of candy or airheads, that seems to help, or lemon. But this is like a itchy feeling in the back of my throat that I don't like. It's the most annoying feeling ever, y'all. And that means my throat is irritated. That means the germs are trying to attack the back of my throat, but they won't take me down, y'all. Oh, they won't take me down. I really feel like I could take a nap, to be honest. That's how I really feel. How y'all feeling? I feel like I could take a freaking nap. And it says my food is not going to be ready for another 27 minutes. And I should have placed my order before I started driving, but I drove over here and then I placed my order. So while I was driving, they could have been getting it prepared. But I was trying to hurry up and get away from that school, y'all. Away from those juvenile delinquents, those miscreants, those hoodlums, those hooligans. I was trying to get away from out of there, y'all. So tomorrow, I'm the English learner teacher tomorrow, so I deal with all grade levels, pulling them in small groups. Okay, we got a car that's backing up here in the parking lot. I think he's coming to pick up an order or he's about to place an order, y'all. Hey, Lonesome Dove. You said F them kids? No, you shouldn't be just kidding. F them kids. I'm going to say it right along with you. F them kids. Because how I feel like F them kids, because if the parents don't care, then why should we? They the ones raising them hoodlums and miscreants. F them kids. Because that's exactly where they going, to jail. I didn't tell them that, but they're on the path to jail, y'all. They'll feel real bad if ICE came storming in the school while they trying to be so badass, wouldn't they? Then all of a sudden they're quiet. Then all of a sudden they're compliant. Then all of a sudden, they put some fear in their heart. And I'm not even talking about the Hispanic children. I'm talking about the miscreants that are acting up in the classrooms. That's what I'm talking about. Sitting up there doing all these shenanigans for no reason. Y'all make sure y'all like my video. I'm gonna like my own video. Did y'all check out Miss Melanated Chicks channel? She did a nice live stream yesterday. Okay, about her experience at school yesterday, basically being targeted. And look, I saw this girl's channel. It's called Pretty Girl Survival Tips. Pretty Girl Survival Tips. I didn't even know a channel like that existed. And when I tell you she's very beautiful, I'm going to try to find her channel so y'all can see her channel. She has, yeah, she's targeted because, thank you, Lonesome Dove. She's targeted because she fixes herself up real nice. And and that's an automatic target if you're a female. Other females don't like for you to fix yourself up and look nice. You're automatically seen as a target. So, yeah, this girl, she has a good channel. Check her out. It's called Pretty Girl Survival Tips. Let me see if I can find her channel right now because I subscribed to her last night. And she talks about some really good stuff. And basically, I didn't know that so many people were going through stuff like this, but apparently it's a thing here in America. Oh, here's her channel. Okay. So this is her channel, y'all. Check her out. Pretty Girl Survival Tips is her channel. And I know my phone is a little dusty and I have fingerprints, but this is her. And she talks about like her experience of being pretty. She talks about why nobody checks in on the pretty girl, the rejection pretty women go through that nobody talks about, why men don't actually like pretty girls. It says pretty girls are the villain of their friend group. She said, when you're the beautiful friend everybody secretly competes with, y'all. These are all her videos. It says, pretty girl, this is why your friends secretly hate you. Pretty girl, your friends resent you. Let's talk about pretty girl PTSD. Y'all, it's crazy. Why pretty girls don't have friends. How men become jealous of pretty women. This is crazy. But guess what? I remember when I was in high school and one of the dudes told me that they were hating on this girl so bad because she was pretty. They used to call her a pretty bitch, a pretty bee. Risa sweet, how are you? Risa sweetie, how are you? Um so you're like Michelle Pfeiffer in Dangerous Minds? I don't know if I remember that movie. Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't remember the movie. It's a lot of movies I don't remember, y'all. Yeah, I have to revisit that because I really don't remember. Good afternoon to yourself. I'm trying to get over this sickness that's trying to befall upon me. I have to nurse myself back to health. Yeah, but she has a good channel, so make sure you also check her out. Also, check out Miss Melanated Chicks. She's been on here before, and she posted her live stream yesterday. This is her channel right here. This was her talking about her experience at the school, how the women are targeting her, what she, goes through. And she's told me a lot of things that she's been through. And I feel that women are your worst enemy if you're a female. Women can be so vindictive and calculating and unaccepting of people. And it's very disheartening, y'all, that females treat each other this way, but it's a real thing. I don't know if males go through it as bad, but it's very bad for females. It is excruciatingly difficult if you're a female in this world. Hope I'm okay. I'm fine, Don. Thank you so much for that. Yes, I'm doing all right. Just a little hot because I'm facing the sun. And like it's that glass effect when the sun shines through the windshield. I should have put up the windshield visor, so it'll block out the sun. But I'm baking right now, y'all. But I think the sun is helping me heal too at the same time. I'm trying to get whatever this is out of me. Michelle Pfeiffer is the white female actress, also played in Scarface as Montana's wife. Michelle, like a teacher in minority section of community, lots of Hispanic violence, and the teacher changes. Oh, their lives. No, I don't want to be like her. Are you talking about Dangerous Minds with Coolio? I remember that movie. I remember that movie. I don't want to be anything like that. I'm not trying to change their lives. I'm coming in to do what I need to do. I probably do have an influence on some of them. I probably do in a positive way, but it's up to, the people that are with them every day to change their lives. I'm not with these children every single day. But I appreciate you for saying that. High Loon, Dangerous Minds is the movie. Yes, I remember that movie. Minute after minute, hour after hour. Yeah, they said Coolio passed away a few years ago in the bathroom, y'all. Cause even my mama thinks that my mind is gone, but I ain't never met her. That, yeah, I remember that movie, the soundtrack and everything was called Gangsta Paradise. Living here in Gangsta's Paradise. Dun, 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 dun. It's a shame. It's a shame that America has like all these benefits, but it has some of the most negative places to live in the world with so much violence and low vibrational energy. It's like hypocrisy in itself, y'all. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I'm doing all right. Coolio did a line of sugar candy laced with fentanyl, so that's why he's no longer here. Man, that's crazy. Y'all stay away from that stuff. Stay away from fentanyl. Stay away from all that stuff. You already know what it can do to you. Like, why would you put yourself through that? I just don't get it. Let me check back on my order, y'all. Oh look, the car beside me, they got it on some Bluetooth, and I can hear all of her conversation because she's so loud. She's so loud. This is why I don't like to have my Bluetooth turned up while I'm sitting in the car, so the whole entire everybody can hear your conversation. People don't think for real. People are zombies out here, y'all. Oh, thank y'all for the new subscription. I appreciate it. Whoever subscribed, I appreciate you. People don't think out here. Why do I smell like something is burning? They better not be burning my food as long as I've been sitting here waiting. You can hear her? Isn't she loud? She's so loud. Y'all, she got the car running. And I can hear the person on the other end of the phone. That's how loud they are. People in these Bluetooths, they need to see. That's why I'm wired in. I'm wired in. Can't nobody just tap into the conversation, y'all. I am hardwired in. Huh. If I listen hard enough, I can tell y'all what they're talking about. Oof. You all in public exposing your business. Everybody can hear you. You said big bone. She sounds thick. I try to get a peek over there to see. You would be correct. You would be correct. I think I think I think she's sitting on the passenger side. And they're pulled in, so the passenger way is like closer to me, and I got my windows cracked. So, yeah, she wants to get a reaction out of people. A lot of people want reactions, like those miscreants in school, just vying for attention, y'all, just itching for attention, just crying and whining and begging for attention. No matter what type of attention it is, whether it's negative or not, they don't care, y'all. It's so sad. Uh-huh. And be like, we don't care. Exactly, Dawn. Exactly right. Exactly right, y'all. I gotta check my food order. Let me see how far they've come with it, y'all. Ooh, my phone is getting hot. Let me put my phone right here, y'all. Instead of holding it. Today is a nice day to go to the beach, believe it or not. Like, this is a beach day, y'all. Honestly, it is. Let me block these callers. Y'all, so many people be spamming my phone. It's so annoying and ridiculous. And all I do is block them. I don't care about nothing. Okay, like somebody seriously who asked you about y'all little details out loud. I know. Nobody asked them. Eric. Exactly, Eric. Y'all are funny. They be wanting somebody to hear their conversations, I think. Y'all, how do I track my order? I don't see the link anymore. How's the weather where y'all are? That's the question. How's the weather where y'all are? Is it good? And then I get spam text messages too. I am not going in. Why are they saying they have? I'm not even responding to that. Because they act like they still have class going on until like almost 5 o'clock today. Who's doing that? Not I, said the duck. I'm out of here. It's about to rain? What? How in the world is it about to rain? Y'all, the sun is like beaming here. 80 freaking degrees. It feels like 80 right now, even though it says it's 74. Yes. Tomorrow's supposed to be 69, Friday 71, Saturday 75, y'all. What is going on? You don't see rain clouds? Well, it's not going to rain then. Don't claim it and it won't rain. Y'all make sure y'all also check out my videos that I posted yesterday for y'all. I did pre-records, but I don't know if y'all knew that they dropped at like 12 a.m. and then another one at like 2 a.m. and I think another one at 5 a.m. So I got 3 videos out there for y'all. And I'm going to try to do some more pre-records as well for y'all. Even though my voice is sounding how it is, I still went ahead and did what I did for y'all yesterday. All I see is a clear sky. Good. Good for you. Nothing wrong with that, y'all. So it says my order should be ready in 3 minutes. Well, that's what it said earlier. So you think I should go in there now and see if it's done, or they backing up? They are backing up, and I still could hear her as she backs up. Loud for no reason. Loud for no reason, y'all. It's just good to have some decorum when you're out in public. Now, when you're in the comfort of your own home, do as you wish, as long as you're not disturbing others, and especially as long as you're not on social media doing it where people can see you. Like the hair bonnet mafia. Hair bonnets are meant to be worn in the house, not out in public, not to Walmart. Pajamas are not meant to be worn to Walmart, not to the corner store. Because I remember back in the day, people actually cared about looking somewhat presentable before they left out of the house, y'all. But all of these hair bonnet mafia gangs out here just driving down the road with bonnets on, coming up in public places with pajamas on. It's just like, why are we doing this? But this is what people do. This is what they do, y'all. Claire Huxtable would never. Claire Huxtable would never, y'all. Shout out to Felicia Rashad, a woman of elegance and class. He said, that's your weather, not mine. It's cloudy in my area. So it's cloudy in Chicago, y'all. Which does not surprise me because we know Chicago. Y'all are like an hour from Milwaukee, to my understanding. And Milwaukee got that funny weather. When I first went out there back in 2021, I ended up getting sick, y'all. And I was like, oh no, I don't get sick. I don't get sick. And they were like, every time somebody comes out here, they get sick. And I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I don't know what it was. I ended up getting sick. I said, yeah, and it's 44 degrees right now. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, you stay warm. somebody was telling me about how this guy froze to death in his car. So what he must have done, he went out there overnight and went and got inside of his car. And I don't know if he thought he was going to stay warm like that. I don't know what happened, but they were told me that they looked out the window the next morning or the next AM and they saw like police and stuff out there. And basically that's what happened to this guy. He froze to death in his car, y'all. So he said, I'm not going nowhere, because it can get down to 0 degrees and in the negatives out like in Wisconsin and stuff and Chicago. And that weather is nothing to play with. One of my colleagues actually moved out to Stevens Point because our job used to, well, the main office used to be there. It's still there, the main corporate office. And he was going to get an SUV, but I think he ended up just driving his Honda Civic out there. But yeah, he was telling me about the weather as well. I wouldn't go anywhere either in 44-degree weather. And make sure you got everything you need right at the house. All your snacks, all your food items, your blankets. I have a heated blanket in the house. Y'all, let me go inside. I think it's time for me to go get my food. When I was in 8th grade in 2019, back in January 30th, it was 20 degrees. Oh my, negative 20 degrees. I know y'all didn't have to go to school in that weather. Y'all, let me go inside because I think my food should be ready by now. It's been nice talking to y'all. I'm going to sign off here and I'll be checking in with y'all later. Thank y'all for tapping in and tuning in. Y'all stay blessed. Have a great day. Remember to walk in your divinity and celebrate yourself, okay? All right, I'll talk to y'all later. You came just in time. Shout out to you.